Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in the latest and greatest in Pokemon TCG news. This is the PokeAdvisor podcast where we cover everything in the Pokemon TCG and the Pokemon content creator space. Before getting into it, I'd just like to add that once I reach 1,000 subscribers, I will be giving away a Destined Rivals Elite Trainer box to one lucky subscriber. All you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, and enter for your chance to win a Destined Rivals ETB. I put a lot of effort into these videos and I like to come up with unique ideas, and by subscribing it motivates me to bring you content that you would want to see. Alright, so let's get into it. So we'll start from here. So as you saw in the title of the video, this is my top 5 Pokétuber YouTube content of the week. So I'll start doing this on a regular basis, just bringing up a lot of the stuff that went on through the past week and just kind of recollecting on what happened. So the first one was a video from Alex, Nostalgia Nomics, mentioning that he bought a house. We can skip through it and we'll watch segments of it.
Life is an interesting journey.
So
your Pokemon cards.
So I'll leave links to all these videos in the description. So make sure to check the description if you want to check these videos out.
And you start to go collect those again. And you remember all the joy that it brought you and all the fun it was. And you start to play the games again and it brings you...
So it starts off with a very positive vibe, which he keeps.
Fun of. People are going to tell me to put my money in silver and gold and Bitcoin and the stock market and real estate and anything else except shiny cardboard that's made for children.
Which has shown that he paid off his house in short.
I got to grind my ass off to get back ahead.
So basically the video explains that he paid off his house, which is nice, and that he looks forward to the future and what he can now do with his money now that his house has been paid off, which is really nice. What he failed to mention is that he sold $20,000 worth of product to Nick the Pokeplumber. Now, me personally, I consider this a legitimate business transaction. We've seen Nick the Pokeplumber's videos. We've seen the shelf of, glamorous cardboard behind him. So I wouldn't say that this was a favor by Nick. However, Nick does call it that, and we'll get into that. All right, next video. I love this one. So Leonhart, everyone knows the famous Leonhart.
I've never seen this before. I asked card shops to make Pokemon time capsules for every decade since its release and fill it with anything to answer the question, what would you put in a time capsule that properly represents that decade? Today, we're opening them all. Time capsules fascinate me. They're like a time machine, a window into history. Specifically the Nickelodeon time capsule that's supposed to be opened 50 years after it was buried.
So this is a pretty cool concept. He got different TCG stores to make time capsules for him, and he's opening different packs and cards from different eras. I really like the unique ideas that Leonhart kind of brings into his videos. I thought this was pretty fun, and he just keeps going back in time. I don't want to ruin it for anyone that hasn't watched it, but definitely some video worth checking out. Really fun. Love Leonhart's energy. I love the background music, the background sounds, and everything that he has done with the channel. He was under fire recently for the trading up to a Japanese Moonbryon video. Let me know if you haven't heard of that. They thought he was kind of pressuring vendors as a famous YouTuber to give him deals that aren't really, wouldn't really be acceptable if it was a normal average person that didn't have his YouTube fame. But that's a story for another day. Check out this video. Appreciate you, Leonhart, and enjoy what you're doing. Next, okay, so now we're getting into the juicy stuff. Let's Talk by Pokeplumber. I'll let this video speak for itself.
to keep your collection growing and your profits flowing. Welcome back, everybody. First things first, Heatwave Arena Booster Box giveaway. All you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell notification, and enter your chance to win a free booster box. If it's free, it's for me. Next, this is going to be the one time and one time only that I will talk about this, touch base on it, or anything. I don't like drama. This isn't a drama-filled channel, nor will it be. This channel is about having fun and enjoying the hobby. The Collector Investor Podcast. Unfortunately, it's over with, and I've been getting tons of messages. Everyone's misconstruing stuff, trying to fuel the fire. Guys, unfortunately, it's over with. You can ask Alex. I reached out to him a couple times. He never answered me. It is what it is. I have no ill will towards Alex. I'm happy for Alex. There's plenty of Pokemon for everybody. I love seeing his success. For the people saying, oh, you used Alex, pop, pop, pop. Listen, I talked to Alex before he had 3,000 subscribers. We used to message each other on and off on Instagram. And after my first viral video on Instagram, he messaged me and asked me to come onto his channel. And real quick, I'm going to say this humbly. I've been on Instagram for years. I have thousands of followers and millions of views. Thanks to you guys. I'm absolutely grateful. But I've been on Instagram forever, okay? So, no, I didn't use Alex. It's ridiculous. Next, everyone's like, oh, you were supposed to be on his channel and you filmed a video with Ryan instead. So, listen what happened. I went to Ryan's just to hang out. There's some stuff going with the new catio, and I drove down there just to hang out. And out of the friendship of his heart, he literally said, hey, let's film a video for your channel, to help your channel. Like, he was doing it as a gesture. It wasn't while the podcast was going on. It was nothing like that. So that happened on Thursday, and the video was shared on.
So I'll let y'all watch the full video if you want to see more into this story. A couple things I do want to note. So he posted this video, which would have been great if he just stopped at this video. Nick, all you had to do was stop at this video. But then Alex kind of put a retaliating video describing his side of the story, which made Nick the Pokeplumber just kind of crash out and go into an outburst and start cursing. And I have scenes from that video that I will play. And he just went into an outrage, which that video has since been taken down. And the second thing I want to point out is you see all this Pokemon product in the back shelf. Yeah. $20,000 to buy a house. I'll leave that. I'll just say that. All right, next. So this is the video of the outburst. Each other in the public eye. And then second, this whole threatening ruining his business that
you off. I couldn't get an answer from you.
So I agree with that. Alex didn't want to have a dialogue with Nick, and that's pretty wrong. Y'all are grown-ass men. Y'all should have a dialogue and not post these videos. And that's why I say a lot of this content is very... again, I do think it's a real conflict, but I do think a lot of it is blown out of proportion for the drama, for the views.
What do you want me to call you 10 times? Like a fucking relate?
And it just sucks that we see these relationships break because of some miscommunication.
Relationship? Like we're boyfriend and girlfriend? Dude, I called you 3 fucking times. I texted you twice and I'm gonna show everybody. You have issues, bro, and I feel bad for you and you need help. I hate doing this. You made me do this. And then if you want to come back at me again, Alex, you know I have enough to really fucking ruin your business.
So that's bull. All right, so we've seen enough of that. Yes, this is my video. I did post it just to highlight kind of what happens in the Pokemon space. But it did gain a lot of attention, so I thought I would put it in my top 5. I mean, personally, it is my top 5, and I do think my video is one of the top 5. Make of it as you will. All right, and then this one I give number 1, the what's it called? The Card Lounge Podcast. Card Lounge Podcast. My favorite podcast video of all time in the Pokemon space. This has been the best thing for Pokemon in a long time. You've got TwicebakedJake, you got Roboskillz. This is like the on the other side of the spectrum compared to Alex and Nick, the Pokeplumber and Nostalgia Nomics. Two very chill guys. It seems like their relationship was based before collecting cards. I don't think it's based off of this market or this hobby. It seems like they're genuinely really good friends. Like, I could be wrong and say that Pokemon is what brought them together. Maybe a mix of both, but they seem like two genuine dudes. They typically stay out of the drama. If anything, the drama comes to them. And they're just, geeking out about what we all love, which is Pokemon. So I'll play a little bit of the clip so you can kind of appreciate how much they love this. And one thing I do appreciate about these guys is that you don't feel like they do this for the money. They genuinely collect cards and open boxes for their own joy and entertainment. It almost doesn't seem like an investment to them, although they do appreciate the value of the cards, not necessarily monetarily, but just as a nice, valuable card that has gone up in value over time and has become more of a niche product. All right, I'm going to stop talking and let you guys decipher it for yourself.
Mega cards are really I feel kind of underrated, to be honest.
And if you looked at the prices,
Roboskillz has
I did a video on it because
so I've known of TwicebakedJake for a while. I've just kind of been introduced to Roboskillz, but he has really grown on me.
For the announcement from Legend ZA,
yeah,
a bunch of the cards did start spiking slowly, especially the graded cards because they're so rare in a 10.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people graded them. Those are the cards where the population reports well under 100 PSA 10 copies.
Oh, man.
And they're going for, like thousands now.
Well, see, and then in the interwebs, do you think you could voice a character from Pokemon?
Guys, Rob didn't tell me about this. That's the bit you want to... Okay, voice a character from...
So it's an hour and 20 minute podcast, which I love that it's a longer version of a typical YouTube video because I can just watch it throughout the day, whether I'm at the gym or commuting or going home. So I just watch parts of it kind of continuously throughout the day, and it seriously makes my day. So shout outs TwicebakedJake and Roboskillz and their Card Lounge podcast. You guys win YouTube video of the week, and I'll see you guys in next week's top 5 YouTube videos. Let me know what you guys think. Don't want to forget, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and I'll bring out more YouTube Poketuber videos of the week. Let me know if you think there's a YouTube video that should have been in this video. Maybe we can add it to next week's video. And yeah, if you like this stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and support the channel. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Peace.